right, so we're going to talk about parking, and what we've increased in the new parking features is that you don't have to look for the parking button. It's now right on your steering wheel. So if you hit that parking button at the top, you'll see we have the parking menu with now assistance and the camera view. You can go ahead and toggle through the different views,
which are always been fantastic. Probably one of the best quality cameras, it seems like, out there. 3D. And this is where you can tap around and move it around. Okay, so not much has changed there, but just a lot simpler to get into all the functionality and stuff.
All right, so what's new is now we have them in 2 tabs. So with the assistance button, we can see parking spots nicely visualized here. You can select them by pushing them and pushing start, or using the panoramic display, just hit OK on the new ShyTech on the steering wheel.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
go ahead and pick a parking spot up here by the XM.
And we got a whole bunch of different style of parking spots, regular ones with obstacles, brick, grass, and it's already, yeah, look at that, seeing ahead and beside. So in the past, it felt like it was always just beside, but now it's, wow, look at all those different options.
So you can pick any one you want.
So let's say we're going to park right in front of that XM there. So I'm guessing I just tap on it.
It's already pre-selected.
Oh yeah, look at that. Simplify. Start. Take hands off wheel. Release brake. It's going to adjust and move a little forward.
All right, so you notice that we're using not just the sensors on the outside, the ultrasonic sensors, but also the cameras. So we can detect the lines, we can detect the cobblestone, the curbs. All these things come together to make it faster, smoother, and easier to use.
It's definitely faster. The time between when it transitions, you know, the steering angles and things like that is a lot smoother and quicker. The word that seems to be of the day, seamless. One thing I do notice is it's very natural looking as well.
Yeah.
So as, you know, people outside the car, you know, see you parking, they're not wondering what's going on here. I should just drive around. You know, it looks like, oh, they're parking. So they can just go about their normal process. So I love the door indicators that come out. Very, very nice to see how far those will come out so you don't damage your doors. But yeah, just really cool, quick, seamless. Just great.
Take off your seatbelt. Let's pretend you're going to get out.
Okay.
So I'm going to have Felix drive past us, the classic dooring use case.
Yes.
You don't see the pedestrian, the bicyclist, the car driving by. You open the door. So now we have safe exit that looks for that. You'll see in the mirror there's a little yellow triangle that will light up detecting that. And I'll tell you when. You're going to push the door button down here. That's how you open the door.
Yep, the automatic door button.
I'll tell you when to open it, and you will see what happens.
Okay.
All right, Felix, we're ready. Okay. And then it opens when it's safe.
Ah.
All right.
Nice.
And then you can also push it or pull it forward like that. It wants to make double sure that there's not anything else coming again.
Okay.
So it just kind of pops it open and waits. Otherwise, you can pull it in. Or we can use the door menu and just have it, here we go, pull it in for us. Same thing happens. Kids are in the back. They want to open the doors, or you open them for them, right? It would also detect that and not open the door until it's safe.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, I remember a similar feature in the 7 Series. They used to have it. So it's nice to see it in more of the family vehicle than the luxury vehicles. Because, yeah, with kids, things like that, that makes it a lot easier. I know this has the cladding and the cover, so we can't take a look. But I know previously it had the red indicator lights too, right? I'm guessing it still has those.
You would see that, yes.
That's great.
Yep.
Yeah, I always like that because, like you pointed out, as being a bicyclist myself, you're just flying down at night. You know, you just don't see the door open, so that indicator light is a huge, huge benefit.
Totally, and it's also the audio is directional. So if it's on this side, you'll hear the beep beep on this side.
That's interesting.
Totally
yeah, nice. Okay, so we're going to do perpendicular, so kind of like you're driving through a parking lot, coming up on spots as they go by.
You'll notice now that we'll offer spots even in front of us. So let's take a look here. We haven't even driven past them, and there's already offers there for us.
Yeah, that's a few spots up ahead. I'm also noticing you can choose reverse or forward parking. You know, a lot of parking garages like you to park in certain directions. So that's very handy. So parallel next to there, I know it's requesting me, it's not requesting, but it's showing me that it's choosing to back in, but let's go with forward. And then I just click start, take my hands off. And so what's great is when it gets started, I know in the past it was very jerky with the wheel. This is quick, but it's smooth. Like it's already knowing what it's supposed to do, and it's just doing it.
And it's even faster in the BEV. So in the all-electric version, because of the electric drivetrain, you can switch between drive and reverse so fast. We call it power shift. You can even, on the fly, roll between those different ones.
And it looks like it did some, gave me enough room to open the doors next to it. That's a nice little touch.
Exactly. So now an additional feature is the park out feature. So if you go to assistance, you see it already selects that we can park out to the right. That's the way we came in. You can use your blinker to change directions, or you can use the touch here. You can see that it switches.
Oh yeah, look at that. And you can change your mind if you want.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And then pick one and we can hit start. Tap the brake to confirm. We're seeing the trajectory here on the path. It's giving us a nice wide panoramic view. And it sets the steering up so then we can just take over with the gas and drive out of the parking area. I want to mention here within the assistance, you can also have the option to go to remote control parking. So you pick a spot, start this, exit the car, and take over with the app.
That's fantastic, and it's something that I think people don't realize how useful it could be. There's lots of scenarios where people's garages aren't attached. That tight spaces. We get that a lot, especially with vehicles like the X5. Spaces get smaller and smaller so that they can cram in more cars in their parking lot, to where it makes it a lot easier to get a spot. It's super awesome that it's just right there and quick and easy to tap. And I'm guessing it jumps into the My BMW app and just pops up as a notification.
You got it.
Fantastic.
Secure vehicle. So turn off the engine, get out, and start up the app. So now let's do the next fun use case.
Okay.
Typical at a grocery store parking lot. You're gonna back out. This guy is parked a little too far out. You can't see that blind spot.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna have the system drive out for us, and it'll do cross traffic braking. It will detect the perpendicular cars for us and stop. All right, Felix, we're ready. So you go ahead and you push start, and don't do anything. Touch the brake, sorry, to confirm that you're in the car. Let go. And now you're gonna see the car is gonna back up. This guy doesn't see us at all. Warning, stops for us. And now this is new. It gives us the continue button. So
okay.
You can just hit resume or continue, touch the brakes, just once to confirm you're there. Press the brake.
Make sure I'm here.
Yep.
That was extremely quick reaction. Like, it felt like in the past when we got that type of alert, it would be just a bam, stop, like an emergency type stop. That was very quick and smooth. Like, it was already aware it was coming.
And same thing in manual driving and parking assistant. So it's always there for you. And this was the park out, so it already set the steering wheel for you. So you just hit the gas and roll right in that trajectory there. Yeah. But I got the next one for you right here at this cone. So
okay.
Start right again here. First, the assisted reversing. So it will do any path that we did before. So if you want to maybe do a little slalom here or something.
Yeah. We'll make it act like we're going over here to this parking spot. Okay. And so we're over here. And so now I see it pops up here.
Yeah, so we can just go to assisted reversing, hit start, and it'll follow the same path that we came in. All you have to do is monitor the surroundings. Go ahead and tap the accelerator. And then using the brake pedal, you can modulate how fast you're going.
So this was always a really cool feature, but I felt like it was always a little buried. And so having it kind of pop up and being there for you, just making things simpler, simplifying, make it easier so that you can more easily use the features that you're paying for.
Exactly. And then it even gives you a warning if you're going too fast, kind of modulate the brake pedal. And this will go up to 200 meters, so around a little more than 600 feet. All this will be remembered even after you turn the engine off and turn it back on.
Wow. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Super useful. Like I said, tons of scenarios with garages, driveways, getting in and out of parking lots and things like that.
Totally. So this is a great option if you have a one-time situation. You drive somewhere, you need to back up and get out. It's always there to help you. But what if you have something that is always the same task? You always want to drive into your driveway, for example. We can go over here and drive to our driveway, and I'll show you how you can activate a recorded path. And you don't even have to stop for it. You can now just hit the OK button and do a flying start.
And how does it know when to start that up?
You will see, you don't even have to open the menus. You'll just start driving here to our driveway, and you'll see in the panoramic display, it pops up, start.
Yep. Start into left garage.
That's what I called the left garage over there.
I'm guessing you can name those.
Yeah, and you can hit start, you can hit OK, you can roll right in. It'll correct for you, find the path. And now using all the different sensors we have, using GPS and the cameras and the ultrasonic, we're able to adapt to this as well. So even though I recorded this, if new things come the way, like a ball or a bike is now parked in the garage, it will adapt the trajectory accordingly.
So in the past, if I remember correctly, it would just stop. It'd just be like, there's something in the way.
Give up.
Yeah. So now it actually adapts and changes, in which we're going to see right here.
Yeah, so here we simulate a box fell off the shelf in the parking spot we previously had, and it's going to now offset our parking position so that it can still fit in. Folds in the mirrors for us. It's a little tight. And you notice because we backed in, it leaves room here for you to open the trunk.
Nice. That's very smooth. And that was a lot of calculating positions, things around it, the cones, the box, and it just seems smooth and like it knows what it's doing.
Exactly. So we also extended the length of this, also now 200 meters or 600 some feet. And with that, you can record up to 10 different saved spots here or parking maneuvers. And within those, each 600 or each 200, up to 3 of those, you have 600 meters that you can record of a long path.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Over half a kilometer of recorded path. I mean, so like, yeah, you have a long garage, long driveway, like you can easily get that to simplify a lot of your everyday scenarios.
Totally. So here I also recorded driving out of our garage. You can see in the panoramic display, just hit OK. You don't have to go through different tabs and pick something and start. It's already there waiting for you. Tap the brake to start, and off we go.
And I noticed the lights, the assisted driving lights turn on the steering wheel to indicate that it's doing the steering.
Exactly. For all of our hands-off features, we light up the steering wheel so you know that it's taking control of the steering right now completely.
And one thing I've noticed with that as well is I used to always get a lot of like, you're not watching, but I'm looking over at you a lot and it's still just doing its thing, which is great because I was always a little frustrated when I'm like, yeah, I'm doing 4 miles an hour. I don't need to be looking forward. So yeah, that's just so smooth and effortless. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, one thing that we keep talking about is all this processing power, and this uses AI to help it pick parking spots, right?